In 1915, Yellowstone Park was one of America's most popular tourist attractions. That year, it welcomed over 51,000 visitors, and in August, its first automobile. Its appearance reflected the growing popularity of vacationing by car. Within 2 years, over 5,000 cars were coming to Yellowstone every summer. Most of the travelers came for the camping. As late as 1922, 99% were sleeping outdoors, but many used their cars for overnight accommodations. Vacationing by car was becoming increasingly popular as the price of the best-selling automobile continued to drop. Eventually, many of these travelers tired of connecting a tent to their Model T. They wanted a little more comfort and shelter from the elements than the canvas roof of their tent or car provided. So farmers began renting their unused cabins to campers. As highways grew busy with vacationing Americans, entrepreneurs began building new cabins for tourists, ultimately leading them to arrange their units around a central court. The next development was to integrate all the units under a single roof with a long porch for shelter and shade. By the time developers had adopted this design, Americans were already familiar with the term motel. The first business to use the name was the Milestone Motel in San Luis Obispo, later renamed the Motel Inn. It was built in 1925, when tourist cabins were still big business. It offered a comfortable alternative, with the private bathrooms and showers that campers missed. A 1947 article in the Post told how two brothers had built a motel from 26 rooms and a gas station into a multi-million-dollar business. A motel was ideal for small investors, they said. It could be launched on a shoestring and become a sizable business within a few years. But in 1953, the Post was telling a different story. The number of motels had grown from 18,000 to 40,000. To stay competitive, motel owners now had to offer air conditioning, wall-to-wall carpeting, television, and maybe a swimming pool, as well as spotlessly clean rooms. Owners struggled to make ends meet while working all day and staying up to all hours for late guests. A further complication was the development of the interstate highway system, authorized in 1956. Its 41,000 miles of highway took traffic away from two-lane roads where the motels had prospered. At the same time, independent motels faced growing competition from national motel chains, which began building on interstate access roads. Travelers who spent hours on endless highways wanted the comfort and familiarity of standardized accommodations. Many mom-and-pop hotels struggled, and others were driven out of business, leaving nothing behind but their signs at the side of the road. Between 1964 and 2012, the number of motels fell from 61,000 to 16,000. But you can still find the independent spirit in some motels around the country, like the Wigwam Hotel in Holbrook, Arizona, the Red Caboose Motel in Ronks, Pennsylvania, the Dog Bark Park Inn in Cottonwood, Idaho, and Amarillo's Big Texan. In addition, a number of inns have been revived and modernized to offer unique accommodations that mix the modern with the mid-century. Motels like Nashville's Dive Motel and Swim Club, the Phoenix Hotel in San Francisco, Shady Villa Hotel in Salado, Texas, and the Drifter Hotel of New Orleans. More than just overnight accommodations, they're destinations in themselves. This video is brought to you by the Saturday Evening Post Digital Archives. For only $15 a year, you can explore 200 years of American history in the Saturday Evening Post online archives. Subscribe today.